Call the meeting to order. Would everyone please rise and salute the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have roll call.
Elder Hartranft.
Here.
Elder Conley. Here. Elder Lockwood. Here. Elder Strait.
Here.
Supervisor Martin.
Here. Before I go any further, I guess under announcements and communications, I'd like to know, I dressed for myself tonight to keep warm, not for... Okay, the town offices and courts are closed January 19th for Martin Luther King Day. And I believe that's all we have under that. We'll go into committee reports, and tonight I have one that you people don't have because it was just put together last night, is our fire department is going to be doing a report. And I'd like to introduce Ed Weldon. He's the president of the fire department. Would you please stand so they can see it? And you can take it from there.
Okay. We just wanted to come over and start giving you a monthly report just to clear up some communication with the town. I'm Ed Weldon. I'm the new president this year. This is Ken Sheldon. He's our newly elected chief. Took office 1st of January. We're just basically going to come over, tell you how many calls we run, anything that's going on, drill hours we put in for the month previous. And if anybody ever has any questions, anything the fire department does, we're up there just about every Wednesday, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, doing various stuff. You stop up or give us a call. Kenny's going to read off the report we had together. He's going to be our public relations guy. So this is Ken Sheldon.
This is for last year. This is 2003's. I just put together like the number of alarms, broke down the alarms. We ran a total of 608 alarms last year. That's not including, we didn't take a number for every single incident that we did during the ice storm last year. We made one incident, made it one big incident, and said this is for the 3 days that was solid that we ran. We ran 313 medical emergencies, 112 motor vehicle accidents, 56 fires. We went mutual aid to other departments 41 times, and 86 service calls. The department as a whole last year logged 3,000 hours of training, which includes New York State Fire Academy classes, outreach classes throughout the county, and any training that we put on Wednesday nights. One notice that we have, he did mention we're going to try to, any purchases that we're going to be making that are substantial purchases that are within the fire department. We've purchased a new engine for the department. It's a rescue pumper. Supposed to be getting delivery of it here at the end of this month or the first week of February. It's a 2003 Emergency 1. Rescue pumper is what we're calling it. It's a multifaceted engine. It's going to do everything, be it from car accidents with our rescue equipment on it to be able to fight. It'll take the place of any of the fire engines that we have that will respond first on fires. It'll be BLS equipped, which means it'll have all of our airway management stuff for emergency medical calls, and automated external defibrillator. Water emergencies, we've got cold water suits to do ice rescues. Again, the delivery is set for the end of January. This is probably how we're going to base just a quick report on the number of alarms monthly that we do and break them down like that on what we do. Any questions?
What's considered a service call?
A service call is it's like during the ice storm, a tree down, wires down.
Standby wires or something?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Okay, thank you. Assessor?
Just want to throw in on the fire department, I do other towns, and it's kind of refreshing that you actually get something from the fire department. We never,
Very nice. Absolutely.
yeah, we never, I've worked with many towns, and you don't hear nothing from the fire department. We sent out renewal exemptions, of course, for ag and aged, and the veterans that, well, the first of the year, and of course we're taking those in. And the bills, of course, everyone is aware that has property in the town with the itemization of the county bill now. And for the town of Bonnie, we had like a 21% increase, and that varies considerably throughout the county. Some as high as 30, and others less than that. But I believe by someplace in the middle of it. And our highway, of course, we had like a decrease of 1 cent, so we're about the same, which is really good. And I'm looking at building permits and doing my valuing for the 2004 building.
Building inspector?
December's activity report for 2003. Building permits issued, accessory buildings, we had one for $93. Additions, one for $90. There was one commercial permit, which was a sign for $50. And there was one permit extension for a year for $70 on a house. Inspections, there were 16 building codes, 6 zoning. One violation was sent out. There were 8 certificates of occupancy and 4 certificates of compliance issued. Our total per month was a whopping $303. I have the annual, if you'd like to hear that. Year 2003 activity report. Building permits issued. Single-family homes, we did 6 for $1,850. Manufactured homes, 14 for $2,388. Accessory buildings, 35 for $3,825. Decks, we did 9 for $310. Additions, 20 for $1,455. Swimming pools, 15 for $550. Septic systems, 2 for $70. Commercial permits, 6 for $2,167. Demolition, 3 for $250. Metal roofs, 2 for $80. Permit extensions, 3 for $140. There was a total of 115 permits issued for the year for $13,085. Building code inspections, a total of 276 inspections. Zoning, 91 inspections for a total of 367 inspections. There's 42 violations written for the year. Certificates of occupancy, 33, and certificates of compliance, 23. And that was 2003.
Dog control?
He said he was gonna be here, but I don't see him, so,
Okay. Highway?
Expenses for December 2003. Supplies and maintenance, bills paid after the December 30th meeting, $10,274.08. Bills to be paid at tonight's meeting, $859.06. Payroll, $32,806.22. For a total of $43,939.36. Be reimbursed by the county for plowing roads, $25,003.53. Payroll hours as follows: 708 hours on machinery repair, 922 hours on plowing and sanding, 8 hours on beaver dams, 4 hours on buildings and grounds, for a total of 1,642 hours. For the month of December, we used 246 gallons of gas. For the year, we used 3,297 gallons. For December, we used 2,822 gallons of diesel fuel. For the year, we used 19,817 gallons.
Right. Where were the beaver dams?
They're in culvert pipes or in creeks that we have to keep clean.
I just wondered if you had a problem with them. Do you have to, is
We
it
have to
something?
keep the water flowing. Yeah.
No, but I mean, is it something you have to relocate the beaver or anything like that?
No, we just keep pulling the dam down. The water goes.
Get like Palermo there, then get a deal up there.
Try to get after the tractors to get after them, you know.
Historian?
This past month was spent by the historian
with the research of the Ira Carrier Farm, and it's now the Jim McDonald Farm, and other lines of the Gilbert family. Some of this in connection with the Underground Railway that existed in the town of Volney. Also in preparation for another history forum to be held this Sunday at 2 p.m. Thank you.
Planning?
Planning didn't have a meeting, it was canceled due to bad weather.
Okay. Recreation? Town clerk? No.
It's a long one, at least. Okay, my January report was 6 certified copies for $60, 2 town hall donations for $120. Planning board, deadlines and stuff set up like this tonight because we're having somebody use the hall tomorrow morning early, so that's why it's set up. Lucky. Anyway, planning board, public hearing, signed, not returned. I kept the check for a very long time and nobody came to collect it, or nobody brought me the sign, so we kept $50. 1 bell jar license, $10. 8 dog license for $218.05. 3 marriage license for $52.50. 5 building permits for $338. 1 home occupation for $20. So 1 zoning book for $10. The total revenue to the town was $1,087. We paid out $208.45. So the town income was $878.55. It's kind of low now because we're doing too much. We sent out 25 postcards and made 31 phone calls to delinquent dog owners. Not done yet. This is the annual report. We had 36 marriage licenses for $543.75. Conservation, $570.21. 239 certified copies for $2,278. Sold 2 county road maps for $4. 1 historian book for $12. Did minor sales, $12.75. 7 public hearings for $440. 10 wagering fees at bingo and game of chance for $915.97, and they still owe us almost $100. They're kind of sloping in that. 9 boarding fees for dogs, $75. 7 adoptions, $221. Rabies shot reimbursements, $12. 14 redemptions, $328. We did 1,199 dog licenses for $5,459.85. And this is done. It's 129 building permits. I don't know what we do. For $14,299.12. 12 home occupation renewals for $260. 1 junkyard permit for $150. 16 planning or zoning books for $162.10. The total revenue for 2003 was $31,139.41. Paid out $4,552.90. So the town income was $26,586.51. The total revenue for DEC is what I sold was $13,131.78. The DEC swiped, that means they take the money, $12,568.59. The town got $563.09. And that's respectfully submitted by me.
Zoning?
Michelle Parrish. The last meeting was on the 5th of January. We discussed the tower and the letter that I had sent to our CEO and a copy to the board, that we feel we've done everything. You know, we called and talked to our lawyer, she's done letters, and I think before any more comes out of the town money, you know, the people's money, there's certain procedure that we need to go through that we have, you know, with our code enforcement officer now, because there's still no light up there. So we submitted the letter, we kind of discussed that, and it was a short meeting. There was nothing on the agenda, so that was all.
They agreed to do it, and they just haven't done it?
Yeah, they said that it had changed plans, and, you know, they were checking on the company that was supposed to do it, and, you know, it's just been time after time. And, you know, I didn't feel that going to Allison anymore, the lawyer, you know, and it just seems that we've done all we can. We've wrote them, we've called them, you know, as a board, and then Allison also. So we turned it over to our code enforcement officer.
Well, I think bottom line would be, if anything happened at this point, you know, that there's no way they could lay anything on the town anyways, you know.
Oh.
But it still should be up there.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, we want to go long before anything happens. And,
Oh, definitely.
You know, so that's it.
Okay, old business?
Dennis, I think one thing we forgot to mention at the last meeting is that we had received a petition for zone change for property located on 481, north of the, in the northern part of the town of Volney, across from the county incinerator plant, and that has been referred to the planning board for recommendation.
I'm sorry, the recommendation for that change will come from the planning board?
Planning board makes a recommendation to the town board, and then the town board acts. And they wanted to, I think they wanted to rezone the property to industrial.
Right.
It's a piece of property across the street from, I think, pretty much across the street from the incinerator
Yeah.
plant. Just forgot to mention at the last meeting.
And I haven't heard anything from him since. Have you done?
Yeah, I've talked to the surveyor that's doing the job for the owners, and he's getting his paperwork together to present to the planning board, and then they'll look at it at the next monthly meeting, and I'm sure we'll probably make a vote on it that night to recommend or not.
And what about the public hearing? He was going to come and get a sign. He
It's
never
gonna
did.
go, it'll have to go off to the following month anyway. He just came in the other day, and he was in about 3 days ago. And it wouldn't give us enough time for the planning board to go out there and look at the site and prep themselves, so we generally require 1 to 2 weeks ahead of time notice on any petitions they have or any packages. But he's got all the information, he's working on it, so. I would
He
say-
hasn't really submitted a package to the planning board yet,
No,
because there's a time limit, so.
he didn't mention the time limit to me when he was in the office, but I gave him everything we needed. I told him when he came back with it, I'd be glad to go over with him and put him on the agenda.
I think the zoning laws have a specific time limit in which the planning board is to make a recommendation. So I think as long as Chip, has an official resolution that he's received a completed package, that would then start the clock. But it's a 45-day time limit. But I don't think it should start until he's submitted a package to the planning
Until
board.
we get the information
Right.
from them, I don't believe it would start, yeah. And we just gave them the packets.
Weren't we going to do a public hearing? Is the town is going to do a public
I
hearing?
think that,
You have to have the information first, you have to have the boundaries.
So
and,
that's what he was going to do. He was
Right.
going to come in and bring the information and get a sign and put it on the property.
Barb, do you remember if it's the planning board or if it's us that have the public hearing?
The town.
The town board has
Yeah.
a public hearing. But he has to go ahead and forward the paperwork so we can do the public hearing. And then he goes to the planning board.
He would have to go back to planning after he received, if the zone change is made, then he would have to go back for site plan review to the planning board for approval on the business that they'd like to put in there.
Okay,
So it's 2 different
I don't
steps,
think
so.
we should have a public hearing until we get a recommendation from you guys. Because what if he doesn't give you the package for a while or something like
Right.
that? Or what if you need more information and he doesn't produce it? So I would just say, the schedule a public hearing yet. I'd wait till we see what the planning board does.
He didn't seem real urgent, and it wasn't an issue of, we gotta have this done next week when he came in. He came in, I believe, Tuesday night, this week, so it wasn't pressing to get into the meeting Wednesday.
He seemed pretty urgent when he talked to us, though.
Yeah, I was the impression he was urgent.
He would have liked it done yesterday, was the impression we had.
The surveyor?
Is he the surveyor or the engineer? He's the
Yeah,
surveyor.
it was a surveyor. Damien or something like that.
Yes.
Just, can I get that cleared up now after all that? I don't know. What is the procedure on this then? Are you saying that you as a board make the decision, or are you saying nothing ever starts till you have a complete packet?
Right.
Well, who's going to get that complete packet?
The zoning board, I believe. It's the zone change, it's only go before the zoning board, right?
No, zoning only enforces. We have
Okay,
nothing
then it
to
goes to
do.
the planning.
Yeah. And that's what I
Then
gave.
they
I gave him
recommend to
packets.
us,
I gave him packets for planning, that planning could review, and then make a recommendation to make the change.
And you have
But he has to
post the
present
signs,
that.
and we have to have a public hearing.
Right. He would have to present all that to our board, which would meet the week before this board meets again. So that would, by next meeting, that should be all in motion, as long as he gets everything in there.
So just to be clear, it goes to the planning board first?
Yeah,
After
my,
the,
my office and the town board has asked the planning review it and recommend for it to have his own change. So that's what we're doing.
Town board acts, but it receives recommendation from the planning board. And then it can rule in agreement with the planning board or against the planning board.
absolutely.
If it rules against the planning board, it's the same as going against the county. You have to have a 4-vote majority, and
Absolutely.
you have to state why you're.
But the town board is saying before they make any, it goes to, the packet goes to the planning board first for recommendation to the town board.
Right.
Okay.
I just was wondering about the packet, because we saw this gentleman, was it a week ago Tuesday? And we told him, I mean, I remember specifically, we said, get together with Don, because the sooner you get the information together, the sooner the planning board can work on it. But there is a 45-day time limit, just like anything else. As you know, Michelle,
Absolutely.
it's got to start when the planning board receives the packet.
Right.
Yeah, the ball's not in our court yet to
No.
that point. So until I do the referral, and he goes, which I didn't sign a referral yet either. They fill out the packet, I review it, then I'll sign a referral to go to planning. And that's when the whole thing starts.
And I think legally, it might be something that the board would like to check on, but I think legally, when the clock starts is when a decision's been made, is when the clock starts. You can't do anything without a complete packet, but once you have that and a decision is made, I believe that's when your
Right.
time will start. Not so much getting the complete packet, I believe, once a decision's made, then the clock starts.
That they have a complete packet.
Right.
For what they're looking to, I don't know about the sale time, for what they're looking to build, they wouldn't be able to do anything until spring anyway. And I talked to them a little bit about that, because there's concrete work that has to be done, and it's all slab work. Ground's gonna be frozen, and they won't be able to pour until spring anyway. So I think that maybe the weather made them relax a little bit, because when they were talking a couple weeks ago, it was still very nice out. And then once they saw that this was gonna happen overnight, they've come to realization that it takes a little time, and with the weather going so bad now, they're gonna have to wait a bit longer. So they're not as pressed for their project, because they're not gonna be able to initiate it.
Yeah, I think the applicant is basically, he's looking for the zone change, and then he's
So
gonna sell the property.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's gonna sell the
there's-
property,
Yeah, it's three
so-
parties that I've been dealing with, owner, surveyor, and potential buyer. One of the
Anything else?
issues I had was that they do if the zone change goes through with that package, we mandate that that's what goes on that property, not something else, because it's a very low profile type project that they're proposing, which would probably be good for that spot. And if it didn't, then I would think that we may want to consider not recommending the change.
Once you change that, it's open to anything that is allowed. So you don't have any say once that's been changed.
Right.
So that would be a very tricky thing to follow through with everything.
No, the fact that the applicant is telling us what he wants to put there, that's his call. You know, he's basically requesting a zone change, and we have to make a decision based on, do we think that's a good zone for that piece of property?
He was looking for.
Because you're right, once he gets the zone change,
He was also looking for signs, to rent
Yeah.
space on signs, and that's not allowable in this zone, so we already looked that up, as a matter of fact, so.
He came before the board, but I'm just saying, once that's given, yeah, the county's got to get
You
it
remember the
too.
planning board meeting? Any, no. Any other new business? Petitions? We don't believe so. Go into our resolutions?
Resolution 2004-45, transfer of funds. Move to authorize supervisor to instruct the bookkeeper to transfer the following funds from general account number 229-462782 to 229-561454 Parks and Recreation, $28,000. 229-562337 Buildings and Grounds, $31,000. 229-528988 Dog Control, $4,000. 229-521767 Capital Machinery, $50,000.
I'll second it.
Counselor Hartrat?
Yes.
Counselor Conley?
yes.
Counselor Lockwood?
Yes.
Counselor Craig?
Yes.
Supervisor Rodriguez?
Yes.
The motion is carried 5-0.
Resolution 2004-46, payment of vouchers. Move to authorize the supervisor to instruct the bookkeeper to pay the following vouchers from the appropriate accounts. Vouchers 1 through 6, general fund, in the amount of $1,472.75, and vouchers 1 through 7, highway fund, in the amount of $859.06, as shown on abstracts number 1 for 2004.
And I'll second it.
Counselor Hartrat?
Yes.
Counselor Conley?
Yes.
Counselor Lockwood?
Yes.
Counselor Craig?
Yes.
Supervisor Rodriguez?
Yes.
The motion is carried 5-0.
Oh, I didn't have my name written. You didn't write no names?
I put Craig on there.
Huh?
Didn't I put Craig on
No, I'll do it though, if you want me
there?
to.
Yeah.
Resolution 2004-47, accept bid for sand and gravel. Move to accept the bid for ice control sand, $5 per yard, screen gravel, number 2 minus at $4.50 per yard, and bank run gravel at $2.50 per yard from Lindsay Aggregates Incorporated. Lindsay Aggregates was the only bid received. I'll move it.
I'll second it, but I have a question. How do we advertise for these bids? What paper do we go in?
Valley News?
Valley News? I'm wondering, we didn't even get a bid from our local. Yeah.
Lindsay is in the town also.
How does that pricing look to you? Ray? Okay.
Counselor Hartrat?
Yes.
Counselor Conley?
Yes.
Counselor Lockwood?
Yes.
Counselor Craig?
Yes.
Supervisor Rodriguez?
Yes.
The motion is carried 5-0.
Okay, we'll go into public comments. What's that?
Just wondered why you looked at me, Dennis, all of a sudden.
Well,
Because I'm here.
I'm looking both ways.
No, it was a joke. It was a joke for the new year.
Isn't he being a little nasty tonight? I mean, you should watch some of these other boards and how long their meetings go, you know? I
Okay.
think we're pretty easy on them.
Absolutely.
Future meetings? Okay, I know you don't have that on yours because it isn't on mine, but I'd like to remind everyone again that George, our historian, is going to be having his forum this Sunday, and that will start, I believe, it's at 1 o'clock, right, George? George, are you awake?
George, you're George.
2 o'clock.
2? Okay.
Can I do a reminder also that the
Zoning Board of Appeals had to change our meeting from the second Wednesday of the month to the first Monday of every month, because one of the board members had a job, for conflict with his hours of work. So we needed to change the Zoning Board of Appeals to the first Monday of every month at 7 p.m. Thank you.
Okay. January 21st will be our next zoning update meeting, and that's at 6:30 PM. And that's weather permitting, right?
Storm.
February 2nd will be the next zoning board meeting. February 4th would be our next planning board meeting. February 10th will be our next bill signing agenda and preparation. And our next regular town board meeting will be February 12th. Someone like to,
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second it.
Counselor Hartranft?
Yes.
Counselor Conley?
Yes.
Counselor Lockwood?
Yes.
Counselor Straight?
Yes.
Supervisor Lott?
yes. And once again, I'd like to thank the fire department for coming down here.
Passes.